Alexis is forced away, but they're putting the damage down in the right places, and Fnatic are shredding Alliance apart. The tankiest member was just being played like ping pong by the rest of Rocket there. SK Gaming looking very strong in this one. Dix gets the bomb in there instead, and Jesus gets his 10th kill of the game.
We're in the playoffs, it's so close and yet so far.
Super weak, and on the first day we already saw Heimerdinger and Udyr.
Oh, what a flash from Alexis, getting away from Youngbuck's turret.
Heimerdinger OP. Anything's possible here in the European LCS.
It is impossible to predict who's going to be #1 and #2.
We have 6 games, and to top it all off, Gambit versus Fnatic. I can hardly wait.
Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day 2 of our final Spring Split Super Week here in our European LCS studios, coming to you live from Cologne, Germany. I am Lee D-Man Smith, and alongside me is Trevor Quickshot Henry, and we have 6 big games to play today.
Yeah, indeed we do, D-Man, and after yesterday's matches, the playoff picture is beginning to come into focus. Most of the teams are now fighting for their seeds in their postseason, while there are 2 teams still hoping to get in under the wire.
And let's take a look at those teams yesterday. We saw 5 squads securing their playoff spots, with SK, Fnatic, Alliance, Rocket, and Gambit all qualifying for the playoffs.
There is one thing though, there is one spot remaining, and that is open for either the Copenhagen Wolves or the Super Hot Crew, which means that Millennium is the first team that is being sent to the promotion tournament to defend their LCS spot against the up-and-coming challengers.
So here is a brief preview of the LCS playoffs, and this is what it's going to look like. It's all how they work overall. The teams in the top 6 positions will all advance into 3-round single elimination tournament seeded according to their rank. The teams that finish 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th will head to the quarterfinals, while the 1st and 2nd place teams will get a bye and proceed directly to the semi-final round.
Yeah, now the quarterfinal and semi-final rounds will be a best of 3, and the championship round will be a best of 5. The teams that finish 1st through 5th will head into the summer split, while the 6th place finisher, along with the teams that place 7th and 8th place from the spring split, will compete in the summer promotion tournament against those challenger teams fighting for their survival and their LCS spots.
So with the playoffs picture fresh in your mind, let's take a look at the standings as the teams are looking to fill the spots in that bracket. In first place, it is SK Gaming. They took down Fnatic yesterday, and now 15 wins, 10 losses. Second place is Fnatic. After their win over Alliance, they went 15 wins, 11 losses. And third place is a tie. It is Alliance and Rocket with 14 wins, 11 losses.
In 5th place on a 3-game losing streak is Gambit at 13 and 12. Copenhagen Wolves are in 6th position with a 12 and 13 record. Super Hot Crew barely holding on at 10 and 16, with Millennium rounding out the table at 8 and 17.
Now, before we get into today's matches, let's take a look at some of yesterday's hashtag LCS big plays that had you tweeting up a storm. Up first, it is Fnatic's Bushcamp from the match against SK. This came in from Napier Nation LOL, and he said, Fnatic with mind games in the top lanes, 3-man Bushgang. This was your number 3 most talked about LCS big play.
Yeah, they want SK to think they just recall, that's why they're not pushing the turret, but look here, Enraid, he's gonna be the target!
Solar Flare goes down, Zenith Blade locks up, Candy Panda goes down for a second time, and now Enraid gets focused on. A lot of tower damage on Yellow Star, but he should be safe from that one.
Flawless execution and executing flawlessly. Well played by Fnatic and pulling off a signature move. Up next, it comes from the Copenhagen Wolves versus Gambit game. This was courtesy of Youngbuck, who made sure that Heimerdinger's LCS debut was a memorable one. This came to us from @SadButTrue. He says, hashtag LCS big plays. Heimer is an assassin. That kill on Genji was awesome. This was your second most tweeted about clip.
Those 2 turrets making it a little bit harder to land, and Edward is going to throw in there, does land the blinding on towards Youngbuck. The culling going to come out, but the ace in the hole goes back, and Genja actually ends up worse out. Youngbuck flashes in, uses ultimate rockets as well.
Fantastic to see the Donga finally in the LCS. I've been waiting for it. And of course, your most popular big play came from that same match. It was featured some flashy moves from Alex Hitch. This came in from can't get the Danish right in this. Tjørnheldad? I don't know. I can't pull it out. Where's Deficio when you need him? This is hashtag LCS Big Play. It came in from Alexic's flash in the river. We all know what I'm talking about. This incredible Donga dodge was your #1 LCS Big Play.
Tries to chase in. Now, Unlimited could be in trouble.
Yeah, Alex gonna go in on top of him. They didn't realize that Amazing was there, ace in the hole. Gonna come through, but Alex went back off to his shadow, survived it. Oh, what a flash from Alex, getting away from Youngbuck's turret.
Great reaction time from Alex, keeping himself alive, getting out of that laser beam. For you guys at home, remember to send your plays to us on Twitter throughout the rest of the Super Week at LOL Esports and use the hashtag LCS Big Plays.
And with 6 games today, we are hoping to see plenty more big plays. Kicking off the day first, it is Alliance versus Millennium. Then it will be Gambit taking on Roccat, followed by the Super Hot Crew versus SK Gaming.
The second half of the day features Millennium versus Roccat, SK Gaming taking on the Wolves, and we round out our LCS coverage with Gambit versus Fnatic. Now, following those LCS matches, the Challenger Series resumes their quarterfinals with a best-of-3 between Reason Gaming and Mouse Sports. That's the old MYM lineup.
For any additional information about the playoffs, the teams, the players, VODs of past matches, and more, head over to lolesports.com. That's also where you can vote on today's games and let us know who you think will win. We'll check your votes before each match to see who you favor.
Yeah, and for details about how to join us here in the Cologne studio to watch these LCS games live, just check the tickets link at the top of the page. Playoff tickets are still available, but they are going very, very fast, so grab them while you can.
And of course, voting is currently underway for the upcoming 2014 All-Star event that will be held in Paris, France, beginning on May 8th. Just head over to vote.lolesports.com, and from now through to April 12th, you can pick 3 pro players every day from any combination of teams to represent your region. Remember that the top 2 pros in the voting will get to partake in the All-Star Challenge, where they will join one of 2 teams created from other All-Stars from around the world.
I'm looking forward to seeing how those teams stack up. But of course, if the players are part of the top team from Europe, when they will compete in the All-Star Invitational, where they'll face the best teams from each of the 5 regional pro leagues. So what this means is that while Reckless is in the lead right now, if Fnatic win first place in the playoffs, any player in the top 5 votes still has a chance to compete at the event. And with 11 days left to vote, anyone can still earn a trip to Paris and represent the European LCS.
And speaking about possible All-Star players today, we'd like you to get on Twitter and tell us who has been the most innovative European LCS player this split and why.
So, Overpower played Morden Pantheon in the mid lane. Youngbuck, he showed us his Donga. Genja's trying to innovate AD itemization, and Enrated and Edward have pulled out some interesting supports like Galio and Kennen. So there's a few suggestions for you guys at home. You can send your answers to us, though, once again, at LOL Esports. And for this one, make sure you use the hashtag LCS so we can highlight our favorite tweets later in the show.
Now let's check in with Shox, who is standing by with 2 of the junglers who will be facing each other in our second match of the day.
Thank you very much, D-Man. I am joined here by Diamond and Jankos, respectively, the junglers for Gambit and Roccat. Guys, first off, congratulations. You both locked in your place for the playoffs, so you can be sure of that. But I would like to think back to yesterday, starting with your guys' match, Diamond, Gambit versus the Copenhagen Wolves, and at Heimerdinger, that was causing you guys a little bit of trouble.
The most trouble that it got was because of Caitlyn. She pushed too much, she dominated our bot lane, and then just was too hard to handle with her snowball. But when we still had a chance, when our Z was split pushing top lane and Genja just got caught out of position, then we lost Nashor and lost the game. Heimer was not the reason why we lost.
All right, tell me then also why you went for Udyr, where of course Kha'Zix was banned out, Lee Sin was banned out, Evelynn was picked. Why not Elise, for example? Why did you go back to Udyr?
Okay, 3 of the most imbalanced junglers at the time, their banned or taken from me. So there was a decision from me to pick Udyr over Elise, because I thought that I can dominate at least Evelynn because of his early game power against her, and we made the first blood on the mid lane. But then it was too hard to gank Heimer because of his turrets, and bot lane was protected as well because of their escape abilities and so on. So Udyr was good, but not that great to carry the game.
All right, and then Jankos, you guys yesterday were up against the Super Hot Crew securing that win. Tell me a little bit about your experience in that game.
So we went to the Super Hot Crew. We thought that we were going to win pretty easy because they weren't doing good lately. but they showed that they can fight us. So we went to that game. We wanted to invade their red buff. They swapped as well and wanted to invade our blue buff. We got caught there. I used flash. After that, there was laning phase. Nothing really happened. I had gank where their bot lane used 2 flashes. After that, I think they took dragon. And the next dragon fight, we pretty much won the entire game by doing the good fight.
Yeah, great recap from you. Now, you guys both in playoffs, but you're playing for seeding here. Got to win as much games as possible because you both still have a chance to make it to that top 2, starting maybe by Diamond, by you. How do you think your chances are to lock in the first or second place?
Actually, I don't think about chances, but I think about the stuff like we either take the top 2 or we don't care about our seed. Just we will get to playoffs anyway, and we'll practice hard and we'll show our game.
All right, Jankos, what about you?
We just entered the LCS in this split, so we're looking forward to play second because that way we won't drop out for sure. So we really want to play second place. We'll try to play as best as we can to do that.
And to do that, you guys will have to win the second game of the day that's coming up, and it happens to be against each other. Diamond, how do you think that match is going to play out?
Okay, against Rocket, it's always interesting to play because I think Jankos is like the strongest jungler of LCS, but a couple of others, like Shuk and me. It's really interesting matches for me, always. And I'm looking forward for it. We have some strategies in our pockets, and I hope we will execute them well.
Jankos, nice praise there from Diamond.
Yeah, thanks. I think it will be all about junglers because we got similar playstyles. So we pretty much always far for objectives as well as Gambit. So it will be about junglers only. And he's the best in the EU LCS right now, so it will be hard for me.
A lot of love here on the table. Very nice. Well, you guys, good luck in that matchup. I'm sure it'll be a very interesting game. Now, as for us, we need to take a short break, but stay close because we're just moments away from our first match of the day, Alliance versus Millennium. We'll be right back.